Welcome back to my Scrape Universe. Is your boy Rs back at it again with another video. So, I was thinking a lot about the end of the Tournament of Power and what was said by Zeno before the dragon was summoned. And what he said was very key, in that he said the dragon can do anything, which is equivalent to omnipotence. Omnipotence, as defined, literally means that you can do anything. So it's an omnipotent dragon. Now, knowing what we know about the Dragon Balls and that the dragon is only as powerful as its creator, given that knowledge, does that mean that the person who created it, being Zalama, is omnipotent? And if so, would that not make him the most overpowered person in the Dragon Ball verse, greater than that of Zeno and greater than that of the Grand Priest? The second thing is, where exactly is he, and are they going to cover him at some point in time in another series, or is this just a plot point created for convenience sake, and that's as far as they're going to go with it? Knowing the writers, we have no idea. It very much could be that, but we'll just have to see. One of the second things that I want to talk about was the premise of the Tournament of Power and why I know that the writers damage controlled it. So, the narrative throughout the entirety of this tournament is that the tournament was supposed to be about survival. Like, that was the narrative established, that this whole thing was supposed to be about survival. And the premise of the Tournament of Power is that the reason why it was starting was because people had, there was too many universes that had low mortal levels, and Zeno wanted to get rid of some of them. Now, at the end, we see the Grand Priest state that basically this was a moral compass test. And I have a very strong feeling that the writers bullshitted that excuse up at the last second, and the reason why I know that is because they excluded 4 universes. See, if you were trying to do a moral compass test for mortals, right? Why would you exclude 4 universes for? Because the initial reason why you excluded them was because their mortal levels were high enough so they were excluded from the tournament. Then you changed all of that and made it seem like, no, the real purpose behind the tournament was to test your moral compass. And if someone had made the wrong wish, then everyone would have gotten a race, including the universes that had basically stood down and weren't a part of this to begin with. So, I don't understand how the writers thought that they were going to fucking pull a fast one there. I don't understand where the plane of logic was. I don't understand why they tried to damage control their own tournament. But honestly, this is one of the reasons why I said the Tournament of Power is going to go down as one of the worst tournaments in Dragon Ball history. Period. Because they created a tournament where the majority of the fighters on the stage were fodder. Second, it was basically every other universe, like literally every other universe up against Universe 7. And it's like they just kept lining up to be eliminated. Like in any other logical scenario, right? If you know that any universe that goes up against Universe 7 is essentially getting their shit stomped in, then one of the main priorities for the other universes should be like, okay, Universe 7 is legit just erasing everybody. They're getting everybody eliminated. Why don't we team up and try to get rid of them? But at no point in time did that actually happen. For any reason. I actually made a whole video about this, about why the Tournament of Power is really shit. It was like an hour-long video. I'll put that down below. But there was a lot of plot points that were forced and or didn't make any sense. They changed the premise at the very end of the tournament, which contradicts the narrative that they created to build upon that premise. And it's just very obvious that they were damage controlling. It's really sad. This tournament sucked. Sorry, it dragged out for way too long. The artwork throughout this thing was iffy. They kept taking too much from Z, but of course, those are just references. They're not copying Z or anything. It just feels like a massive waste of time. But it's too late now, so oh well. That's the only thing I wanted to say. Like I said, if you want to see my whole video about why I think the Tournament of Power is ultra shit, and I made another video about the Tournament of Power as well that I'll link in the description as well in case you want to watch that. But other than that, I just wanted to make a short video real quick, put something out. I will see you guys on Sunday when I review another chapter of the manga. Other than that, your boy Ars is out.